So Tesla reports earnings today after the market closes, and this is everything that you need to know about it. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky. I hope that I earn your thumbs up, and do not forget to subscribe. I also wanted to ask you, I do plan or can go live when Tesla reports earnings for free on my YouTube channel today. If you would like me to go live, all I literally ask you to do is subscribe to the channel and get this video to over 1,000 likes. I just want to make sure enough people show up. If so, drop a thumbs up and let's get right to it. So Tesla is set to report earnings today. It's down a little bit less than 1%, 0.92%, currently trading at about $2.16 per share. So a lot of you guys know that ever since that robotaxi event, Tesla has been on a nice little free fall. We were previously showing signs of growth leading up to that robotaxi event. I guess it let a lot of investors down, and this is why we're seeing this retracement. So now the big question is, again, when looking at the larger time frame, has Tesla sold off enough that now when it reports earnings that it's going to wow investors, or are things going to come in worse than what is expected and send Tesla free falling, right? Sub 200 is, again, a big question. So let's first talk about what the market's expectation is for Tesla. So the earnings per share and the revenue. The earnings per share are expected to come in at right around 59 cents per share, and the revenue right around $25.4 billion. I want to remind you, for those that are beginners, this is one part that is important to the earning report, but the second part is the guidance, and we'll talk about that in just a little bit. So yes, Tesla is about to report how it performed in its previous quarter. And that is great to support the case that Tesla is performing well. But the reason that it's not everything is because guidance is very important, because it tells of what's to come, right? It's a forecast, a guidance of, for current investors or up and coming new investors, do we want to be invested in Tesla for what is to come in the up and coming quarters? That is why guidance, in my opinion, is so much more important. It doesn't just tell us how we have been doing, but what we plan to do. And if they expect a slowdown, just like many companies have been reporting with layoffs, then again, that is something that can act as negative light and cause even more selling pressure, even if Tesla exceeds expectation. There are many times that companies can exceed earnings per share and revenue, but because their guidance is worse than what was expected, the stock ends up selling off. So understand that correlation. And again, according to this article, it says that Tesla's reports third estimate or earnings and revenue after the stock market closes today, Wednesday, capping off a big month of announcements for the EV giant. However, so far, neither Q3 deliveries nor the vaunted robotaxi event managed to send Tesla stock higher, which is true, right? I mean, kind of, because we were indicating signs of growth leading up to that robotaxi event, but then we retraced shortly after. So altogether, yes, it says that Tesla quarterly profits are expected to fall 9% to 59 cents per share, while revenue is expected to increase 9% to around 25.47 billion. So this would expect the EPS could possibly miss and the revenue could possibly hit. So, however, some of the revenue is expected to come in lower than that number. Now, if revenue does end up coming in lower, then again, that would be a big miss for Tesla. A lot of you guys might have heard, but again, Tesla has been cutting prices, and it's been terrible for current Tesla owners, right? Because they've been ruining the market value for all of their vehicles because they continue to price drop. On top of that, they were even offering incentives of 1% interest when it comes down to financing. So very, very competitive. So instead of dropping the prices, they lowered the interest rate to see if they can maybe curate more demand when it came down to that. So in early October, Tesla reported global third-party deliveries, which increased by 6% compared to year over year, right? And the third party best total ever. So this is going to be, again, a really big focus for Tesla as the EV giant is, again, going to return its first vehicle unit sales over the growth of 2024. And this will tell us, again, if Tesla saw a weaker vehicle sale in US and in Europe. So pretty much all we want to make sure that you are aware of is that today, the sole focus is not just on what it's going to be reporting for earnings, but again, also its guidance for up and coming quarters and what it's projecting. Projections are super important for companies like Tesla that, again, a lot of investors are always weary with a very outlandish CEO. I love Elon, but there's no question that he always sets very high expectations and doesn't always deliver on time. With that being said, he definitely does end up delivering. It's just sometimes a little bit delayed. Nonetheless, again, I'll leave it up to you guys. Tesla reporting earnings today after the market closes. Get this video to over 1,000 likes. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.